So, welcome back again. I hope that you had a really beautiful time exploring the martial arts concept that I just shared with you in the previous lecture. I really want to show you now that you can also just have a lot of fun with just moving your body and keeping the stuff static. I've already mentioned little bits and pieces throughout the other lessons that you can do this, but I thought it'd just be nice to revisit this to see that you can create something beautiful without actually having to, move the staff, so to say. So what I want you to do is kind of like what we did with the point of contact, where we were moving the body. Now we can do this in any position. So basically, you can stick the staff in any position, so you can keep it down by your side. It can be one hand, it could be up here, it could be up here. Doesn't really matter. What I want you to do is choose a position. Maybe it is fixed to your body, maybe your hand is kind of pinned to your body. And what I want you to do is just to use any kind of movement that you already know and just move through the space freely with the staff in a certain position. Okay, so it's going to be like locked. It's like the staff is frozen and you're locked in one position with the staff, but you're going to move your body. Okay, so how can you incorporate, different movements by just keeping the staff in one position? And then if you want to change positions, of course, see what it's like to move your body but keep the staff static. And I also encourage you to find some positions where you feel you can stop within a performance and make this like a power moment as well. So we always get the tendency, or I also get the tendency, most people I've met also do the same. If they're doing a performance, they're constantly moving fast, and they don't have enough moments of slow and suspenseful. This is also why I like the hip reels, like I said in the previous lectures. But there are moments when stillness creates such a beautiful dynamic to going fast that it can really change your performance and make it like stand out above anyone else. And it also gives you time to really stop and focus a little bit more back on your breathing and to see maybe where is your next step. So maybe you're going super fast, for example, you're moving, and then all of a sudden I want to stop and I want to take a breather. What is it like to be here? Maybe you have a slow point in your music, or a point where the music really goes whoo and drops, or you're just dancing, and you want to just take a breather even, it's nice to just take a break. You stop. I like to use this moment to feel my center of gravity, to feel where my breath is at, to feel what the rest of my body is doing, because of course the staff and the fire, or without fire of course, is one thing. But if you can create expression through your body without this, then it makes just everything that you're doing within your dance, your flow, your performance so much more powerful. And you can really start to bring the emotion through as well when you stop and take a moment of suspense. My breath, okay. And like I said, you can also think about what you're going to do next. So I've just been going super fast. And from here, I know I want to do a horizontal spin above my head, down around my waist. So what am I going to do next? I'm going to step. I'm going to do a horizontal spin around my waist and take another pose. What am I going to do next? I'm going to do a fountain. So what am I going to do there? I'm going to step and face the audience and do a fountain. Okay? So take these moments of stillness and really use them to your advantage. Trust me, I've watched people that just spin really fast and do lots of tricks in a row many times, and it gets really, really fucking boring. to watch. Of course, you know, it's not always about performance, but for you, it's also a chance to slow down, to really evaluate how your body is in that moment, how your breath is doing. Maybe you're breathing way too fast, or maybe you're not even breathing at all. Some people even hold their breath when they're doing so many things, you know. So these moments of stillness allow you to come back into your body, into your center of gravity. And it looks really badass, you know, to do like a super powerful pose. You know what I mean? Okay? So play around with this. Take some time to like really think of like some power poses. You know, like, okay, maybe I'm more comfortable doing this, or you know, like maybe you want to do some kind of, you know, Spartan warrior kind of stuff. Whatever it is, practice your power poses. And then when it comes to you doing free flow, use them and really like take that time for yourself, because it's like, you know, it's like this moment if you're watching a show and then all of a sudden there's this moment of pause and drama, and like it's like such a powerful moment, and then all of a sudden you go bah and explode and, you know, do some other stuff. It's really going to add so much more depth and dynamic to your to your flow. So yeah, have fun with this as usual. You know, do some stupid stuff as well, make some silly things, you know, think about what your face is doing when you're in these positions. You know, maybe you're like some kind of warrior, like, ah, or like, you know, you're doing something innocent looking or whatever, you know, whatever your true character is. You know, if you're doing a performance, maybe you have a certain character that you want to bring through in these moments of stillness as well, okay? So this is something to really start to think about. Especially if you're going to end up, you know, being on a stage or performing or something. It's really nice to tap into what kind of emotion and what kind of character, what kind of authentic self you want to bring through your expression of movement and stillness. Okay? So enjoy the process, and yeah, I'm very curious how it goes for you. So yeah, I'll see you on the next tutorial. Much love, and enjoy the power poses.